Hello students. Once again I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Friends, after a long time I am here with you with a new video, a kind of analytical video on this UGC NET exam. Friends, as we have seen that results have come and many students have qualified the exam and many have not. The reasons are many. The reasons are very small, and I can say uh, the reasons are like that proper guidance is not there, lack of proper guidance and lack of proper reference books, or lack of enough material, or lack of proper direction. So that's all. I provided it in my many videos, the same thing, but once again I'm going to provide it here. And along with that, I will share with you some of the important points, topics, which can be very helpful for the next exam. So these topics or these points are always been the expected one, but many students have not concentrated on it. They are not careful on all these things because they are more dependent on the books, on the guides, on the books of in the form of guides or in the form of MCQs, or they are misguided by other people. So friends, I am on my channel, I am always providing free coaching, and that doesn't mean that it's free, so it doesn't mean that it is not valuable. Okay, I have started this channel before 4 months, and I got the too many subscribers till now. Okay, more than 2,000 subscribers, friends. And let me tell you that many students have cleared, many students have qualified NET by watching my videos. So friends, here let me share with you those points, and those points can be very helpful for you in the next preparation for the next exam. So let's begin to this video. Friends, here we can see about the UGC NET exam results, cutoff, question paper analysis, and valuable suggestions, tips, and guidance for next exam of UGC NET English Literature. Friends, as I told you before that students are reading a lot, but they are not getting the result. Okay, what is the reason behind it? Because they are more dependent on the wrong books, I can say, because some of the books are there which are not suggesting proper guidance, or they are not narrating proper questions, appropriate questions that can be asked in the exam. Okay, because the NET exam questions are very tough and very long questions, and such questions are not suggested by anyone. Okay, the books are not suggesting the same questions or the simple questions like that, because the questions are very tough, and no one is ready to outline such questions, no one is ready to prepare such questions. Okay, so here in my channel I have created some of the important questions, and many of the questions were asked in the exam. I told it before in my one video. Okay, because I referred the old question papers. I always tried to refer the old question papers of UGC NET exam as well as set exams. Yes, friends, set exams are very useful here. Their question papers and the answers are very useful here. So let's begin today's video. First of all, what type of questions were asked in the exam? So here we can see that the very tough part of this exam was the chronological order of questions, friends. Yes, because the chronological order is very difficult to remember. The order, the sequence is very difficult to remember, and they have asked it. So chronological order we have to prepare, friends. Order of writers, order of the works, order of major writers works, and the order of different poets and their poetic style, as well as works of different novelists and dramatists, as well as the theories in criticism. So they are asking such things. You have to you have to prepare only 50%, because when you know the 50% answer in chronological order, other 50% will be solved automatically. Yes, friends. So don't worry about this order or sequence of chronology. It will be prepared. Okay, it will be done very easily, but it needs a certain kind of systematic preparation that I will provide you. Then matching items were there. Matching two items, poets or their poetic style, and then theory of literary criticism and the theorist. It was asked a lot. Okay, so such things we have to prepare. And let me tell you, friends, they are asking questions based on modern theories. Modern theories means 20th century is theories and 20th century's works. Okay, they are basically ask questions like that. And most of the questions were from British literature. So if you are in a thought that they are asking questions from world literature, so friends, let me tell you that, let me clarify that they are not asking questions from world literature. Some of the questions will be there, 2 or 3 questions, not more than that, but most of the questions will be from British literature, and it is the tradition of this exam from many years. Okay, so they are not breaking the tradition. So prepare British literature. It is very easy to prepare because you have learned it in your master's degree, in your graduate degree. Okay, so it is not going to be tough for you. Then research topics. Research topics included hypothesis, variables, then the APA style format of reference writings. Okay, so such things they asked. So prepare for research. Okay, what is the research in literature and what type of steps are there? Okay, what are the steps of proposal? What are the steps of synopsis? What are the steps of thesis? And what are the important terms used in research works? Okay, so hypothesis, prepare for hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Then what is variable? Then what is the objective? Okay, so such things we have to prepare. Research methodology also. So prepare research topics also along with the English literature. Otherwise you won't qualify, because 3 or 4 questions will be from research, and it will help you not only in paper 2 but also in paper 1, because in paper 1 also they are asking questions on research. So around 10 questions will be there from research topics. So be alert for that. Then particularity in works, for example, style, genre, symbols, characters, portrayals, themes, and major events of different works. So particular things they are asking, not a general thing. Okay, general things are asked in simple exams like TGT in English literature. In such kind of exam, they are asking general questions. For example, who is the author of that particular work? Okay, so such questions are asked in that, but in NET exam they will not ask such questions. So particular questions, specific details they are going to include here. So be sure for that. Prepare for the different types of styles used in poems, okay, by different poets. Then genre, prepare for different genres, which work is related to which genre, that you have to prepare. Okay, most of the things are there in such kind of topic, genre of different works. So prepare for that, you can make a note on that. Then symbols, is there any symbol used, symbolic characters are there, or symbolic portrayal is there, or any kind of personification is there, so that you have to prepare. Okay, then characters and portrayals of drama, then novels, and also in poems. Sometimes poems also have characters or portrayals by the poet. Then themes of different works and major events happened in that particular work. Okay, so such things we have to prepare. How we will do it? So let me tell you that when we read out any particular work from any descriptive book of history, then there is some narration given by the author that this work is like that, or this work has a certain kind of theme, or such major event is there in this particular work, or this is the protagonist, or that is the antagonist. So such things are narrated already in the descriptive books. So read out descriptive books only, not the MCQs. Okay, MCQs will work at the end, not in the beginning. So in the beginning you have to work on your descriptive reading, not on objective reading, because objective reading will include lot of questions, so many questions, thousands of questions. So how will you remember all the questions and answers? So for preparation you have to uh, read it out descriptively. Okay, then unknown works of great writers. So great writers are there in English literature as well as in other non-British literature. So the works of such great writers and authors, famous works are there, but they are not asking from famous works, from popular works. They are asking from the unknown works of great writers. Okay, one question was there, deja vu, by whom? So such questions are asked. So when we know one the writer's name of one work, but we don't know the writer's name of another work which is not popular enough, so at such time we are in confusion and we make a mistake. Okay, so prepare for that, enlist such works of great writers which are not popular. Okay, and also let me tell you that uh, also prepare famous works, popular works of unknown writers, the writers who are not known much, who are not popular much, but their works, their one or two works are very very popular. So prepare also that. Then same character name in various works. So some of the characters are there in English literature with the same names and used or portrayed in different works by different writers. So also prepare for that. It is not that much important, but I have outlined here because one or two questions can be asked from this part. Then linguists and their theories, as I told you before that the literary criticism or literary theories are there, modern theories, they are asking questions from that. So prepare for that, who gave which theory and what is the concept of the basic concept of that theory. Read it out only. Okay, the basic concept, not much from that. Okay, for the beginning you can do it, and then after, if you have interest, you can read it out more. Then language and its types, pedagogy of language, that is very important part, friends. In the new syllabus this topic is very important. Pedagogy of language includes the skills of language, the development of language, language learning and teaching at different levels and its types. So many things are there. So have a good book for pedagogy of language. I already suggested one book for you for this, a book by Snehalata Chaturvedi. It is a good book for pedagogy of language. So such things were asked in the last exam, friends. And let me suggest you something more for the next exam. These are my suggestions for everyone, because friends, let me tell you also that I qualified in net exam, in this net exam, and I am also qualified in GSET exam in English literature. So I have done my work, I have done my job. I'm not going to attempt it further, because I want that other students will qualify. I want that they have an opportunity to qualify, because there is a cutoff. Okay, if I will give once again the same exam, the cutoff will affect the other students, because I will definitely pass, because I have that type of preparation. That's why I'm telling. So I will not give it again, but I have done my job. So I'm going to suggest you how to qualify it, okay, in a better way with good marks. So friends, first of all, refer descriptive books. As I told you before, history of English literature or history of literary criticism outline history of English literature or short history of English literature. Many books are there. Okay, one book is by P.K. Nair, Pramod K. Nair from Hyderabad University. He is a professor there, and his book, A Short History of English Literature, very nice book and very understandable book, and in Indian English writing. Okay, Indian English means you can understand in better way. Yes, Indian students can understand the language in a better way. That's why I'm suggesting this book. Then a book by William Long, a descriptive book it is, and around 700 to 800 pages are there in that book. So refer such descriptive books for your preparation. Don't be dependent on guides, friends. Guides are helpful, but not that much helpful to crack the NET exam. Guide will help you to crack the simple exam, the small exams. Small scale exam means TGT or PGT in English literature, or SET exams sometimes, but it will not help you in NET exam. Okay, so don't be dependent on guides only. Okay, then refer best MCQs and one-liners. Best MCQs means the questions asked in old question papers, old set question papers or NET question papers. You can refer, and these are the best MCQs because it will guide you which kind of questions will be asked in the next exam. There is some suggestion you can identify there. Okay, then set exam papers are very useful for that. I have already created some of the videos on old question papers, because literature is vast, but many questions are repeatedly asked, friends. Expected questions are there which are asked always. Okay, so such questions you will find there, and I always try to explain the question also. So I always try to elaborate the other options also, so that from one MCQ, from one objective question, you will find around 4 to 5 objective questions. I always try to do the same thing, because other things, the around thing, the surrounding literature can be asked. Okay, so such things I am doing in my videos. So refer old question papers for your preparation. Then watch videos and make notes. Watch videos from YouTube. So the videos which are based on MCQs, you can watch it out. Okay, in descriptive the descriptive literature also you can refer from videos, but depend on good videos. Okay, not on the MCQs. As I told you before, the MCQs from simple exams or easy exams like TGT, PGT, but the MCQs based on UGC and NET and SET exams. Okay, because this will going to help you a lot. Then make notes, make some notes. It is very important, friends, because as I told you, literature is very vast. So some of the topics are there which are very difficult for you, and for those topics, for those difficult one, tough topics, you have to make a note. Okay, so outline some of the important things in your notebook, in your long book. Okay, and then refer it one by one, and revise it after some time, and you have to make a schedule for that. Okay, so then highlight IMP things and revise it. As I told you, IMP things we have to highlight in our in our book, in our descriptive book. If you have borrowed the book from your library, you can highlight by your pencil. Okay, there is no problem. And if you have bought it from any online website or anything else, you can also highlight in that. It is your own books. Okay, so highlight IMP things, underline it, so that when you are going to revise it, you can have that underlined mark there, so that you can read that only. Okay, so you are not going to waste much time for that. Okay, so highlight IMP things there. Then be yourself leader and motivator. Why I am saying this? Because we are here to face the exam, not anyone else, not our coach or our teacher. we are. So we have to be our own leader and motivator. We have to motivate our own self consistently. Otherwise, you will not have good results, friends. Because after 15 or 16 years experience, I have got that motivation and that kind of leadership in myself, in my personalities, that I have to do it. I have to wake up early in the morning. So do such things. Prepare your mind first that you can do it. Okay, that type of motivation, internal motivation, is very important, friends, here. So have it. Then identify your weak points and start preparing. As I told you, difficult points are there, and that is weak point for you. The difficult topics are weak points for you. And what other things? For example, research is weak point for you, or language is weak point for you, or the maths or reasoning from paper 1 is weak point for you. So identify such things and start preparing for that. Try to prepare as much as possible for maths and reasoning. Some of the students are not well in that part. I am too not well in that part, but I always try to do some of the positive thing there. And by trying, I can have good marks in maths and reasoning also, because by attempting that thing, okay, not by avoiding that thing. So we should not avoid such things, such points from our syllabus, because it will be there, it will trouble you. So why to be troubled? Okay, why not, why should not we trouble to it? Okay, so by preparing we can do it. Then refer good books for paper 1. Paper 1 is very easy part. Many students are saying that. Many students are telling that paper 1 is nothing. It's common paper and we can score easily in paper 1. Friends, not for everyone. Okay. And when you are missing the exam, missing to qualify the exam by 2 or 4 marks or 6 marks or 8 marks, at that time paper 1 will will help you a lot, because from paper 1 many questions are asked and which are not solved by many students in proper way. That's why they are facing problem in paper 1 also. So more than 30 marks, more than 30 questions, right questions will work for you in paper 1 out of 50 questions. So 60 to 70 marks we have to target here in paper 1. For that, refer good books. You can refer here guide also, because in guides, the Truman's guides or the Arihant's or any other publication, every publication is good which has good review on websites. Okay, so you can use that for paper 1 preparation. And also you can make notes on that. So higher education is very important. Then environment is there. Then universities are, different universities are there. Then education commissions are there. These are the important points, and these are very knowledge based points, because you have to be specific on in such things. Okay, which is the central university or not, from these options. So such things are very specific. Okay, in reasoning you can try your logic, you can try your luck, but in such questions of higher education and commissions, you cannot try your luck. So for that you have to prepare. Okay, so friends, these are the points I referred here, I outlined here for your understanding. And not only this time, I always in my past videos, 3 or 2 videos are there in which I have suggested many good books, many points are there, many topics are there which are consistently asked in the exam. And this time also they asked the same thing. So watch those videos for your betterment. And these are the different topics I have prepared videos on. You can watch videos on these topics, and I think more than that, because it is the old list. I have prepared more videos on many other topics also, so you can watch it later on. And more than 1000 MCQs are there in my videos. Some of the videos are based on MCQs only and one liners only. So more than 1000 MCQs are there, and which are all completely expected questions, not simple questions. These are expected questions for the UGC NET exam and set exam. So friends, that's all for today. You can subscribe to my channel for next videos, and thank you so much.